Okay, note values. So the four types of notes that we are focusing on today are whole notes, half notes, quarter notes, and eighth notes. A whole note is held for 4 beats. A half note is held for 2 beats. A quarter note is held for 1 beat, and finally an eighth note is held for half a beat. There are other types of notes that are like even shorter than eighth notes. Like you get 16th notes, you get 32nd notes. I think it's in some extreme cases you could get 64th notes as well. But I think beneath 16th notes, like 32nd notes and stuff, are not that common. So, yeah. Okay. And does anyone want to tell me what the names of the notes on the right are that are like covered by the green rectangles? Or just take a guess? Oh, yes. Terrell, do you know?
The whole note is 4 beats.
Yes, good job. That's a whole note. This little oval thing like this kind of looks like an eye. That is a whole note. Good job. Okay. Does anyone want to tell me what the second note is? Oh, either Melody or Clara. You can if you guys.
Yeah, I know from the the circle's the whole note. The small oval thing with the stem is a half note. The dot with the circle that's colored in with a stem it's an eighth note, and the eighth note with the little curvy line down is the eighth note.
All right. Yeah, so this is the half note, yes. I think you may have confused the eighth note and the quarter note. The eighth note is the one that has kind of like a curvy flag.
Yeah, I've been learning those like with my music, my piano teacher, and sometimes get confused.
Yeah, it's a little confusing. They look a little similar. Those ones are a little confusing, but yeah.
Yeah.
The one that just has a straight stem like this and a filled-in circle is a quarter note, and the one that has a curvy, what we call it in music is a flag, that's an eighth note. Does that make a little more sense?
Yeah.
Okay, good, great. Oh, and if you guys are not like answering a question, I'll just mute you automatically. It's not your fault or anything. It's just I'll do that so it doesn't echo and create like a weird sound. So if you're like, yeah, I'll just mute everyone while I'm talking to make things a little less distracting. Okay. All right. So rest values. So rests are symbols for silence. So nothing is played during a rest. Rests have the same value as the notes that they share names with. So a quarter rest has the same value as a quarter note, 1 beat. Terrell, do you want to say something? Do you want to answer that?
Yes, the up, the rectangle on the up and the rectangle on the bottom is 2 and 4.
Yes, good job. Yeah.
4.
Or I'm not sure why I clicked that. Okay.
Half rest and quarter rest.
Yes, this is a quarter rest. The one that I'm not too sure how to describe that, but the one that looks like have a line and then another.
That's one.
A squiggly one, and then yeah. So, but yeah, you got Terrell. Good job.
And whole rest.
Yes, good job, Melody and Terrell. Great job. Yeah, you guys seem to be pretty good at this review. Okay, let's go on. Okay, time signatures. So a time signature groups beats into measures or bars, and bar lines divide the staff into measures. So you can see in this little diagram. So the bar line is a little line that separates one measure from another, and you can see just the entirety of like the staff until the next bar line is considered a measure or a bar. The two mean the same thing. They refer to the same thing. It can either be called a measure or a bar, whichever you prefer. Okay. Time signatures continued. So a time signature is written after the clef at the beginning of the staff. Do you guys want to tell me what the two clefs are? Or name one of the clefs? Okay, yes, Melody.
I need both treble clef and bass clef.
Yes, good job. Good job. Great job. Yes, those are the two clefs. And a time signature would be written after the treble clef or bass clef. Oh, Terrell, do you have a question?
Yes. The 4/4, we usually use the 4/4.
Yes, 4/4 is a
the measure. A quarter will get 1 beat.
yes. Good job. Yeah, so that's what we're about to get to. So each number in the time signature indicates something. So the top number shows the number of beats in each measure, and the bottom number shows the note value that gets 1 beat. So for example, you could have 4/4. So you have 4 quarter beats in one measure. You could also have something like 3/8, which is you get 3/8 notes in one measure, something like that. Okay. That sounds like you guys are pretty good with that. All right, and then finally, we'll wrap up today's review with important music symbols. So the dynamics that we'll be talking about most often are mezzo forte, forte, piano, and mezzo piano. Mezzo forte is Italian, and it means moderately loud. Forte is the Italian word for loud. Piano is the Italian word for soft or quiet. And mezzo piano is Italian for moderately soft or moderately quiet. Okay, and articulation is essentially how you play a note. So the different types of articulation, or common types of articulation, include staccato, which means detached or short like that. And slur means to play something smoothly, and an accent is a stress note. So I think it's a little easier if I demonstrate articulation, since it might be a little bit difficult for you guys to grasp. So a staccato is like very short and detached, like this. So this would be an example of a staccato, like that. That'd be an example of staccato. And slur, excuse me, a slur is when you play smoothly. So this could be an example of a slur, like that. It's very smooth. And finally, an accent is a stress note. So you could be playing a passage, and then you have like all of a sudden a note that's way louder than others. So like that, or something like that. The quality on this keyboard is not so great, so it's a little difficult to show accents. But all you guys need to know is that an accent is a stress note that's a little louder than a stress note. Okay.